It's time to BS.
Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen, to the Seahawks Sessions Postgame show. A few hours later, but who cares? We're here.
We're human.
We are here.
Yeah, we're not like, in the radio business and all that jazz, but, what are you going to do, right? So, we already got a delightful commenter in the chat. Oh, Deez is in the chat. Wow,
Yeah.
she's early.
Yeah,
Bringing
Deez.
it.
She's
Great
early.
to see you in the chat. That's right. We are 12. And did you see Angry Doug raise the flag last
I
night?
did.
I
I
was
loved
jacked
I
up.
He
love
was jacked up.
Oh, like I said, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Seahawks Sessions postgame show. My name is Dan Cruz. I'm the captain of this fine ship. Dustin Henry over there in the corner. Kevin Wilson in the middle. And like, follow, share, subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts, rate, review, the whole 9 yards, and follow the official Time to BS podcast Facebook page. Just search Time to BS podcast. And Deez is already doing that. Engage in the comments and be nice, the whole freaking 9 yards. If you're a Niner fan, join the chat.
You're welcome. Bring
We
it.
want to hear your thoughts. We really want to hear your thoughts and, the excuses to why you, the fan, had a part to play in this game and why your team lost.
I didn't hear any excuses nearly as much as on the Bills side of things.
Okay, before we get to the game, we got to go to break. But before we go to break, I will say this, because we missed commercial. We missed our mandatory advertisement like 3 weeks in a row for the postgame show.
Oops.
Well,
My
as you
fault.
mentioned, who is the captain of this particular ship? So,
Yeah, but we're the first mates, Kevin. We can keep them honest. Or
Yeah,
actually,
thank you.
I give you that you're the
that's true.
you're the
That's
first
true.
mate, Kevin, because you were a true Navy man. I will
Yes,
I will
Kevin's
demote
got the
myself.
edginess.
I will demote myself to what is it called? Is it called second mate when it's not?
I think it's third. I think
Yeah,
it's
I don't-
Yeah,
third.
there could be third. You could just be the guy swabbing the deck down there. So,
All right, yeah, call,
All right. Swabbing the poop deck.
yeah, yes.
There you go. Since it's in that corner over there.
Yeah.
I will. Did you guys see Kendrick Bourne of the 49ers just ripped up a fan sign? I'm telling you,
No, I did not.
That
see
fan-
I did not see that.
that fan either put a spell on the 49ers, like some witchy bullshit, like some witchy bull crap,
Yeah.
and caught myself.
Yeah,
Some,
yeah, that was close. You got it.
some witchy BS.
Yes.
And all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's a beatdown. So, but we will get to the game in a second. But as we do know,
Mhm.
gentlemen, this show is not free, right?
Correct.
It's
All
not.
right, hold that thought. Time for some ads. This show ain't free, so time for some ads.
Hey everyone, it's Ryan from No Credentials Required to talk to you about one of our newest partners at Belly Up Sports, SeatGeek. Yeah, live sports is great on television, but the feeling of being at the arena is a priceless experience. That's why our friends at SeatGeek are there to help you find the best tickets at the best prices. Not only can you get tickets to sporting events, but you can also get tickets to concerts, comedy shows, musicals, and more. Search for your desired event now at SeatGeek.com, enter promo code BellyUpSports at checkout, and you save $20 off your first purchase. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets.
All right, so now on to the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many of us had the score being close?
I had it at 7 points. I think I was the furthest, other than a certain commenter.
Yeah, John, where is he? Where is
Yeah.
John? He
Come on.
he deserves his flowers in this regard.
Yeah, John predicted this.
He
because-
did. He did. He
because
was
you-
10 points off, though.
Yeah, but you and I had it field goals, didn't we, Dan?
We had a winner by field goal. Yes.
Yeah, I think so. And then, like Kevin said, he had it by 7. So none of us saw this coming. And before we get into the game, I just got to shout out Snowman. He is a 49er fan, but he loves the 49ers, but he texted me a very rational message after the game. He said, "Great win." He said, "The way I saw it, the 49ers were playing with house money, and he said the way they their record and the way they finished has me looking forward to next season. He's like, congratulations to the Seahawks. That was it. And I just said back to him, I said, yeah, the NFC West should be fun for a couple of years. And that was it.
If you're a Niner fan, a rational 49er fan, which is anyone over the age of 30, understands that. San Francisco was, granted, without Nick Bosa, without Fred Warner, without George Kittle, mostly Trent Williams for most of the season. Brock Purdy was out for half of the season.
Just about anybody that mattered.
Yeah,
and the fact that they won 12 games still
and beat Philadelphia.
Philadelphia's an asterisk above it.
Well, yeah. I get that, but it still was on the road.
Yeah, in Philadelphia, but still,
it's like champions. And then you got some bozo who made a comment yesterday that the 49ers shouldn't even have been in the playoffs. I'd rather do anything than praise the 49ers, but you got to give it to them.
Yeah,
you got to give them
wins, and they lost everybody. They were, the Seahawks and them played for the number 1 spot in the NFC just 2 weeks ago.
Correct. They had every single right to be in this position. The 49ers
every single right, and things just snowballed for them. And they go home, heads held high, and then just get everybody healthy for next year.
Correct.
They beat the Bears, which
they did beat Chicago, so like that deserves some praise there.
Yeah, that victory's looking better and better, and I honestly think because we're gonna get to the Seahawks, we're gonna get to what they did.
I just want to their flowers.
I just want to give them a little bit because they did battle a lot of things, and Christian McCaffrey got hurt in this game.
And then what? Tongues or whatever.
Oh yeah, Tonjes got hurt too. And I mean, but here's the thing, gentlemen. I want to pick both of your brains a little bit about this because real quick before we get to the game, because I think you both I would put myself as you both know a little bit more about football than me, especially because you both follow the college game. But I think that the job that Robert Saleh has done with this with that defense, with the injuries they have, teams should be looking at him for another head coaching.
Yes, don't hold the Jets against them.
That's what I was going to say. The problem is you're going to hold the Jets tender against him, but that tender with New York, the Aaron Rodgers.
Sorry,
if it wasn't for the quarterback situation, they'd be fine. People forget the first year Aaron Rodgers got there. He tore his Achilles, but they have still won 7 games.
Yeah.
They still won 7 games in a top 10 defense in the league. He gets fired midway through last season for the Jets. All of a sudden, things like fall apart faster than a burning.
Yeah, they brought in the Wonder Kid from Detroit, and it didn't.
It didn't work.
Yeah. It didn't work. At least not yet. Okay.
Well, I'm willing to give Aaron Glenn a couple more years as a resident New Yorker.
Yeah.
I tell you, Ryan is about as level-headed of a Jets fan as there is out there, and he's done. He's done with AG. He thinks he's in over his head.
Wow.
He said, he goes, just a few things he does not know. It's too much for him. That's what
impressive.
Thinks.
But anyway,
he's we got a game
Johnson.
To discuss.
Anyway, we got a game to discuss before we go off the rails. So, all right, the Seahawks. Who had this coming? So the Seahawks had a beatdown of the 49ers, 41-6 in the divisional round, number 1 seed. I texted a few buddies of mine. After the Shaheed touchdown, I said, this game's done.
Oh, man, you called it that early, huh?
They're done. I mean, because then I watched the rest of the game play out, and I was like, I don't think San Francisco has the firepower to beat this defense. And they don't. And which stings because they're still a really good team, but then you saw the defense swarming Christian McCaffrey. They didn't get pressure on Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy deserves his flowers too because he kept them in this game
He was running around like a madman back there.
He was tap dancing, to quote Stephen A. Smith, tap dancing like the late great Gregory Hines out there.
Which he was great, by the way.
He was great. Points to Kevin there.
That's right. That's the thing. There was a stat that they said in the broadcast.
He ran like 300 yards.
Yes,
that's right.
Yes, it was like something obscene, like 432 yards, because he just kept trying to extend plays for the Niners. And I mean, the throw where he found Tonjes, I still don't know how that doesn't get picked off. That
no
was
idea.
Crazy.
That's like the cardinal sin for quarterbacks. You don't throw halfway across the body. That's called the Brett Favre rule for quarterbacks. But
oh man,
that's a good joke.
That's right.
All right, perfect. I love this joke button now. But let's get to the game.
Let's get to the game. Let me set you up this way, okay?
Go for it, Kevin. Go for it.
All right. So before the game, if I told you that Sam Darnold would throw for 124 yards, okay, and that JSN would have 3 catches for 19 yards, what would you have thought?
I would have thought whoever is the offensive coordinator deserves to get thrown off the bus. Probably into the East River and downtown New York City, where all the sewage is.
Oh, you can't do that to him.
Probably with the currents and the Montauk.
I wouldn't have gone that dark. But
the Montauk Monster, for those here on Long Island. Dustin, you probably don't get that joke, but it's.
No, I've heard about it.
You've heard the Montauk Monster? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. So, Kevin, does Kevin know about the Montauk Monster?
I've heard.
Okay, so and then the current will take him all the way to Plum Island and Montauk Point in Long Island, where he will then get feasted on by said Montauk Monster. So anyway, but the results of the game deemed differently.
Oh man,
and it's interesting because the 2 quarterbacks got sacked the same amount of times.
Yep.
2.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we all knew that San Francisco didn't. They're the last in the league in sacks.
Yes.
Yeah, they can't pressure.
So that's the other thing. If I'd said that they'd have the same sack totals on the game, then we're probably thinking we're going to have a different discussion right now.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
there's always
there.
There it is, and we all our hands are up in the air 13 seconds into the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But I think that the critical part came on that first 49er drive on 4th and 1, and they didn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
And they were going backwards the whole rest of the
They were done. They were done the entire game.
I mean, you could see Shanahan's frustration was palpable. And I mean, you can't blame him for that, because they get punched in the face by Rashid Shaheed and hey, honestly, I don't blame the 49er kicker for trying to trip him. I don't blame him.
I didn't see that.
You got to try to do something.
It was live.
He pulled a Mike Tomlin. That's what he did. No, you know what this game reminds me of? You know that Simpsons skit where it's like, stop, he's already dead.
Yes.
Looks like that's like you're beating the pulp out of a guy in the corner, like repeatedly. But we knew this game was going to be a fist fight. We didn't expect it to be like, hey, we're going to stick you in a corner and you get the snot beaten out of you by these 4 guys over here.
No.
Because you owe them $20.
And even me, and I would say, Kevin, you're 100% right. When they didn't convert, and you could tell, I mean, they were trying to use check. They tried to do something with use check, and then he tossed it to McCaffrey, and it was just shut down.
Yes.
They were on their back heels. And even me, the most pessimistic among us, I will take the title. I'm always worried, right? I thought there was that play where, yes, the Seahawks scored, and they scored fast, and then they drove down the field after that turnover. And I forget who the 49ers defender was, but he came in, he beat Bradford, and he came in and
that's right. I even made a comment to you two right there and then. Bradford didn't hold his block.
He completely stymied. I think it was Charbonnet they went for that on.
Yes.
And I said, here's they have to score here to keep the gas going. And I thought that the 49ers were going to seize momentum from that stop, and they just never did. They never did. It was it was something to watch.
And then they went down there and kicked that field goal instead of getting the touchdown.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll take the field goal there.
Yep.
Yeah, because you trust this defense enough to go, hey, you see these 3 guys over here? Hey, they owe you $20 from like 2 weeks ago. Go beat the snot out of them in the corner. And sure enough, they did. We also need to give points here. Who is more of a swarming player in this game? Ernest Jones or DeMarcus Lawrence? Because I saw Lawrence everywhere.
I give it to Lawrence. I think I give it to Lawrence. He's got to be. Ernest Jones is the best recent trade in Seahawks history. You got, but then you got, I mean, the DeMarcus Lawrence one, because I didn't know what to expect, and then he comes in the preseason towards the end, and he gets hurt and he's riding the bike, and I'm going, oh no. I said, because he's one of the older players on the team. And
he has a history of injuries here in Dallas. So
and I'm worried, and he has made me eat crow every single game. Because
where's Jackson when you need him the most? Where's Jackson? We got to get him on the phone down the road.
And gentlemen, I know I'm kind of bouncing all over the place, but my notes are like the ramblings of an insane person. But this game, and I texted it to you both in our group chat. Kenneth Walker has kind of had a coming out party at the end of the season and in the playoffs.
Thank God.
Putting it together.
Yes.
Thank God. Please.
Unfortunately, if you had him on your fantasy running back, this is not helping you at this moment. But
that did not work out for me.
But let's also point here. Kevin was half right. In the preseason predictions, he's half right. Yeah. It only took them 17 games to figure out. Oh, yeah, let's make Kenneth Walker a downhill runner and see the magic happen.
Right, and not have him sprint out wide left.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But here's the thing, guys. They said it on the broadcast, and I was shocked because of the season that he's had. It didn't look like this. He rushed for over 1,000 yards.
I didn't realize it until I heard that same thing.
I could not believe. I was blown away. I'm like, he rushed for 1,000 yards because – let's call it what it is. In the early season games, they tried to make Zach Charbonnet the starter. It was clear that that's what they were doing. Clear.
Yeah, it's clear what they were doing the whole time.
And so the fact that K9 rushed for 1,000 yards, I couldn't believe it, but it shows how much he came on because he had not gone over, with the exception of that Steeler game. He had over 100 yards in that game, but that was week 2. And then after that, he did not go over 100 yards. We sat here and bemoaned for the entire season that and then to find out that he got over 1,000 yards, I'm like, that shows how strong he came on about the last 3 games of the season. It's a coming out party for Kenneth Walker. They finally figured out how to use him.
Do you want to know a fun stat for this game?
Bring it.
Sure.
Sam Darnold had 124 yards passing, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The entire Seahawks team rushing had 175.
Right. Yes.
And so, key number 1, as I recall, that was it.
Yeah.
The run game. And so, plus they lost Charbonnet at halftime.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
And I even said I hope he's okay, and I haven't heard anything definitive about it since then.
What's Charles Cross? What's the Charles Cross thing like?
I saw that this morning too. I don't know what exactly. Something about his foot. I think
maybe they're protecting him for next week.
Hopefully,
well, when it's 34-6, you can go ahead and do certain.
Pretty much, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, Kenneth Walker, what a game for him!
Touchdowns.
Oh,
3.
Yeah,
what a game for K9.
That's right. And let's see
Cooper
here.
Kupp.
6.1 yards per carry.
That's
you take that. You take that 90% of the time. Cooper Kupp, what a game for him.
Oh, his best
that
game
was so awesome hearing.
And that lot. Yeah. And the other thing that I'll get to the crowd. That crowd was insane.
It was insane right from the start, and it just got worse for the 49ers when he got the opening touchdown.
Yup.
And I mean, it was their huddle was so tight because it had to be. They couldn't hear anything. They couldn't hear anything.
And you could see, and I don't know who it was on the outside of that. You could see that he was straining to be able to hear what exactly they were going to run. And so,
he saw Juszczyk on the line of scrimmage going, what?
This is, I mean, we talked about it. We talked about it in the Patreon exclusive green room.
We should do that, actually.
We should do that.
We should sell, that's right. Sell some shares of that.
Yeah, we should do that, actually. That's not I'll probably plan that for next year.
Yeah, we could do it. We could do it for the hardcore, for the people that want to be in there and hear us discuss monster movies and everything else that we go over in there. But
that's right.
Right.
The thing is, we got to talk about the special teams play of the Seahawks this season, because the job that Jay Harbaugh has done, and specifically the trade for Shaheed. Now, obviously, they tried to hit a home run to Shaheed with Darnold, and that was the only thing that didn't really work out. Everything else was clicking. We talked about it. Cooper Kupp, he averaged 3 catches for the whole season. He had 3 catches in the first quarter, or 3 catches per game for the whole season, rather. But they didn't need Jackson Smith and Jigba. They I mean, that's the broadcasters, Burkhart and Brady, were commenting that's what makes this team scary. They can score 41 when their leading receiver has 19 yards and what was it, 3 catches? 2?
3 catches.
Yeah. I mean, that's something. I did not see this coming. And Clint Kubiak, I think if he's I think you've both talked about it before. If he does this next year as OC of the Seahawks, then he's going to be
getting a head coaching job. Yes,
he's going to be. He's going to be gone. And just to back up what you're saying, Dustin, because I didn't bring this up in the pregame, but in kickoffs, the Seahawks were 3rd in the NFL.
Yeah.
In punt returns, they were 3rd in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous.
And a lot of that, of course, is because of Shaheed, but that was getting done even before he came on the scene.
Yeah, with Torrey Horton. Yeah.
Yes. And I mean, the thing is, I feel like as a NFL podcasting, radio, whatever community, anything, nobody talks enough about special teams. They rarely get the flowers. They rarely get the offense gets all the flowers. Defense gets some flowers. Special teams gets nothing. But part of this team's turnaround and their unexpected record, because even the most optimistic, I don't think, expected 14-3 and the number 1 seed.
No, you'd have
special teams is a part of it. Special teams is a part of it, and special teams is the reason they came out with their foot on the gas, and the Niners never recovered from that opening.
Correct. It's how many times have we talked about they're winning games not because of one player?
Yeah,
that's right.
With the whole team,
the whole shebang. And you mentioned Bradford a moment ago, that they're they can overcome.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And we've talked about, and they believe in each other. They talk about it. I forget what player it was. I think it might have been Ernest Jones, but they mentioned on the broadcast how after the win in week 18 to get the number 1 seed, players that were brought here via trade or free agency, they were going to John Schneider and they were saying, "Thank you for bringing me here." Because they like the atmosphere and they believe in each other and they support each other.
It's so refreshing after the last 8 years of nonsense.
No,
this is so good.
This is the atmosphere around the team is as good as I've seen it as an outside observer
long time.
Who lives across the country in a long time. Yes, and
a long time.
To point to also, Kevin brought up in the Patreon exclusive green room that this game had the same feel as the Broncos Super Bowl, and it did. I mean, Ryan and I were texting about the song selections that they were doing in and out of the commercial breaks. We were discussing our favorite Alice in Chains songs because the game. I mean, it was wonderful to sit back and relax and watch this football game.
And this stat I heard this morning, Okay.
Okay, what do you got?
That in franchise history, that the Seahawks had never scored 17 points in the first quarter.
Wow.
Never.
What?
Wow.
And then
What?
the 49ers had never allowed 17 points in the first quarter, and they both happened
What?
yesterday.
That's crazy, Kevin. That's why you got the news and the notes. You got it all up in there.
He's got everything. He does.
But man, that would blow me away because in the Holmgren era, the Seahawks had some great offenses.
Yeah, they're the number one offense in franchise history at that time. Yeah.
Yeah. But I cannot believe that. That's unbelievable.
crazy.
So, everything worked in their favor. And hopefully they had a whole big bunch of food out for the players, because they all contributed, as you said.
Oh, yeah.
All of them.
Steak dinner for the O lineman.
Offensive
lineman.
Good job.
And and Charles Cross was back in the game.
Yep.
And so that certainly helped.
Yeah.
And then and Sam Darnold himself, we all had to catch our breath a little bit. Oh crap.
Yeah.
Is he going to be okay? And I think that the
he's
49ers thought that they were going to be able to judge just how okay he was on the Seahawks' first drive. But then Shaheed blew that completely apart.
Yeah.
It's like, here, hold this for a second.
And I mean, I love the way that end around to Shaheed was a great play call.
It was.
They did that.
It was.
Clint Kubiak is fine. Now they had some stumbling blocks, and I've been the most vocal about complaining about their slow starts for about that midpoint of the season.
Right.
But
after they got done playing the Rams.
Yes.
And they scored 3 or 6 points in the first half for like 4 straight weeks.
Yeah. And let's call it what it is. Phillip Rivers, Grandpa Phil came out and almost beat the Seahawks.
God, he's a grandfather now. Good God.
But
yeah, I never understood how the Uncle Phil thing got rolling when he was a grandfather.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's a Fresh Prince reference there.
There you go.
But the thing is, the offense seems to be finding its stride at the right time, and the vision for what they envisioned at the start of the year, it's happening now. And what a better time! What better time than now for it to be seemingly clicking on all cylinders? Now we'll get to the Bears. The Bears are going to be a problem if they win.
If they play the Bears, I have more confidence with them playing the Rams than they do with the Bears.
Yeah, but the Rams defense.
Yeah, that's a whole different scenario on the Rams side on defense.
We'll find out who they play in
and it's interesting. You can just sit back and watch that game. And they were asking JSN yesterday what his plans were for what, was he going to watch the game or was he going to be out, golfing or what? And he said, yeah, I'll be watching the game. So, you could just watch the game and just take in what exactly happens so you can kind of get some ideas about, but it won't be 10 degrees in Seattle next week. So
it'll be like 4 degrees in Chicago.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So, it's going to be an interesting game. And if the Bears win, then it's going to be the Wilson versus Wilson household because my brother's a Bears fan.
Oh boy. Yes, that's right.
Oh,
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But that's it's fine when they're going to play, so you could just kind of enjoy it.
Yeah. I think they're going to play the Bears in the NFC Championship game.
Well, so we'll see.
I said it on Friday. I think they're going to play the Bears in the NFC Championship game, and that's where my money's on right now. But it doesn't mean I'm not worried. I'm optimistic, but I'm worried.
Well, yeah, here's the thing, and it's funny because on our preview, I said that Ben Johnson has the Bears believing and they're playing with confidence, and the Bears have had comeback victories. But here's the thing:
7 of them.
You could say the same thing about the Seahawks. Supremely confident right now. Mike McDonald has that defense believing they can do anything, and now the offense is clicking. When you got Cooper Kupp getting involved the way he was, and you got Jake Bobo making a 19-yard conversion.
Yeah.
You got things. The Seahawks are confident right now. They believe, you can tell, they believe they can beat anybody and line up with anybody. And Sam Darnold, he didn't have to, but this wasn't a game where he went out and threw it all over the yard. The running attack was working beautifully, so they could rest Sam a little bit. They could heal up that oblique. But what Sam did do, because you pointed out, he led the league in turnovers.
He did.
He was clean, very clean.
And an interesting thing about that, Dustin, is that weeks ago, the Seahawks were 30th in the NFL in turnover margin.
Yep.
And then going into yesterday's game, they had risen to 12th. Yeah. So they had put that problem aside for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And turning the ball over, because the fumbles were also a problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not just the interceptions, the fumbles also. But the Seahawks have solved that problem. Mm-hmm. And so if they don't turn the ball over, and that's what we've talked about with the Bears, because they're the turnover machine.
Yes. Correct.
The Bears will cause them. Yeah.
And so if the Bears win, I still think the Rams are going to take them.
Yeah.
But if the Bears do win, the Seahawks aren't turning the ball over now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not that big a concern now.
It's slowing down that offense. That's the problem.
Yes. Well, the Seahawks have shown they can do that.
Well, the Bears' offense is not as good as the Rams.
Right.
Let's be real here. Let's be 100% real here.
Right.
And we're not like biased Seahawk fans. They're like, oh, yeah, we could take anybody. It's like, first of all, we're just fans. We are just fans. We watch the games. We talk about the games on this podcast. We have fun because we like watching this crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's an understatement, but like, you know what I mean? It's like,
it's interesting how you phrase that. We enjoy watching this crap.
You know what I mean, though? It's like it's the same deal with like wrestling fans that like, shut up. You watch soap opera for dudes. You're not involved in the writer's room. You're not involved in the booking committee. You're not. You're just a dude we're just dudes who like to talk about this stuff on Twitter. Here and there.
I have a secret to reveal. I have been contracted as a writer for TNA on AMC.
I will give TNA a lot of credit here, though. The fact they've been able to go through so much BS for 20-something years between Vince Russo, Dixie Carter, Hulk Hogan, Eric Bischoff, Ric Flair, and so forth, and they're still around is nothing short of incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing short of incredible. I mean, I will give them a ton of credit.
We'll see what happens. And at least they got away from that, what was it, octagon-shaped ring? Or it wasn't. It was hexagon.
It was a 6-sided ring.
Yeah, hexagon.
Look at us. We're talking wrestling. This is awesome.
I know. I shouldn't have done it.
Well, I spoke to a couple of guys that actually tried that 6-sided ring before, and they said, it is so bad for your back. It's unbelievable. Because the ring ropes are so tight.
Yeah. Yeah.
As opposed to a 4-sided ring. Hulk Hogan did the smart thing and changed it to a 4-sided ring.
Oh, well, you had to.
You had to because it's better it's better for your back.
Well, yeah, and he knew about back problems because he dealt with those the cables in WCW for years too.
Oh my God,
the different
Jesus,
and the leg drop and everything. But I mean, we got off on a tangent. That's what we do here.
We do this. We do this stuff.
We do that.
We do. But
we always bring it home. Okay?
We do. I'm so excited. I can't wait for the NFC title game.
No,
I mean, I'm so excited because
look at it this way: we could be the Broncos and be going to the AFC title game, but now we don't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
However, in Denver's defense, they can hold teams to 17 points with bad quarterback play and be fine.
They could.
They very well can.
And to bring it back, here's an analogy I'm going to make about the Seahawks. This game, because, and who knows, if it was a closer game, the dynamic might have changed, but Sam Darnold's play last night, and people are going to think I'm insulting him. I am not. And I'm not comparing one defense to another because the defense I'm about to reference is one of the greatest to ever do it. but the game had a similar feel to the 2000s Ravens defense. Trent Dilfer was serviceable for the Ravens. He didn't have to do a whole lot because that defense was so good. Last night's game had a similar feel. Sam kept the ball clean, threw a touchdown, and that's all they needed.
Former Seahawks Trent Dilfer, by the way. Former Seahawks Trent Dilfer.
Yes, he wore number 4 for them.
By the way, I will also point this out. Trent Dilfer said some stupid quote, and I loved it. And he goes, listen, I talked to the defense the other day. It's like, we're only trying to score 17 points. We score 17 points, we're not going to lose.
Oh, man. Yeah, I still, one of my favorite memories, and I can't remember what year it was, but somebody at ESPN must have lost their job for this, because Trent Dilfer was flipping out when a quarterback got selected very high. I think it was when the Vikings moved up to select
Christian Ponder
in the first round.
Oh, my God.
And Trent Dilfer lost his mind, and the graphic that appeared under him, it just said, "Angry Trent Dilfer." Whoever at ESPN did that
deserves a raise.
That was the best. That was the best.
That is awesome. Oh, boy.
The only thing that you have to be cautious of if you're Denver, because if Houston beats New England today, Houston could give up 16 points.
Houston.
Yeah. So,
man, looking ahead, if Houston advances, that defense will be a problem for anybody.
They're that good. They're that good.
Yeah.
They're that good on defense. All right, guys. Any final thoughts to close up shop for the day?
We can have a great Sunday just because we're not worried about a thing.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
And man, what a game this was. This will be one that Seahawks fans remember.
Amen to that. All right, with that being said, from the Capital Region of Albany, New York is Destin Henry. From the great state of Texas is Kevin Wilson. I'm Dan Cruz. I'm coming to you from the beaches of Long Island, New York. We'll see you this Friday, guys, for the NFC Championship game. And we'll see you in this life, and we'll start with the next one. Cheers, everyone. Have